their like college dorm and like hurt them, you know, or like there's obviously like rape and like touchy stuff like that, or like there's cat calls to like whistles like I talked about earlier, or there's like child abuse. Like I know that like we don't really talk about it that much, but it's like still out there. Like I know like probably all of you have like heard about like the different stories happening to like, little kids, you know. And have you guys like taken like the like media like ethics stuff in English? Like do you guys take that in your class? No. Well, I know in my class we talked about that, like a lot like in media, like people like stereotype like women and like girls. So like a lot of times in like commercials you see like sex appeal stuff and like other things like that that can like be like translated to sexual assault. And then in relationships like your boyfriends and stuff can like force you to like do different things, or like girlfriends too. So it's like in dating too. Like you might not think it is, but in relationships you can like really be like that too.
Another of our concepts is report it and don't keep silent. If you were to report it, it makes it better so that one, you can make someone's life better, even though it's not that much. It doesn't ruin that person's life since they could be assaulted again by that same person. So.
Okay, so consequences for sexual assault. So basically, if you get in trouble, someone like gets you in trouble for it, you can go get imprisoned. You can get fined and stuff. You're gonna get a sexual offender title added to you. And yeah.
As you can see, most of the states that are sexual assault is South Dakota and Alaska. And you can see that every state has sexual assault, so it's not in one place.
And this is another graph going from 1994 all the way to 2016. And it's the amount of sexual assault that occurs. And at 1994, it was pretty low. And it started going up, like it started increasing all the way until 2005. And it actually started decreasing after that. And then at 2009, it started increasing. And now it's at an all-time high. So that means that sexual assault is still a problem in today's society.
Okay, and here's one of our articles, and basically in Australia, there's been a reporting of about 2,200, a little more, cases involving sexual assault to like children from like people working there. This is like when we read, like I read the article, like basically they were saying that like 880 of these places were like government like run. So that's really bad, and this is also just showing that it happens to kids too.
This is another of our articles. It was passed in, it's going to the Senate right now, but the law is if you convict someone, if someone is convicted of rape and is found guilty of it, every 2 years you need to renew a protective order. But the new law they're trying to pass is that once they're found guilty and you get that protective order, it stays forever instead of renewing it every 2 years.
Okay, so one of the articles we found was your role in preventing sexual assault, and I know that like it's easy to be like a classic bystander. You could say like, I don't know what to do or what to say in like a situation, or I don't want to like make a scene because it's already like kind of a big deal, or you'll say like, I'm sure someone else will like step in because you're afraid to like take that on yourself, and I don't want my friend to be mad at me is another thing you could say, because like your friend might be like hurt, like you're trying to like help them, but really they're not. And then you could say like, it's none of my business, but it is your business because your friend's like being hurt, or like someone you know. So I'm pretty sure that like one of your friends isn't like dangerous, so because like we never know these days. So if you ever like see a report, just like report it or just like help them.
This article talks about the increase in sexual assault in colleges. It stated that 1 in 4 women experience sexual assault on campus. They took a survey, and about 27.2% of seniors said that they've been sexually assaulted in their years of college. And a lot of people, they said that don't report it because they're scared. So these surveys are not exactly true because there's more percentage of people getting raped in or sexually assaulted in colleges because a lot of people are just scared, so they don't report it.
So we asked students at Eastview to take our survey, and one of the questions was about whether or not they thought that sexual assault is a problem. And 87.5% of females agreed that sexual assault is a problem, while 12.5% of females disagreed. So overall, females here at Eastview think that it is a problem. And another question that we asked on our survey for people here at Eastview to answer, it was about whether they have faced sexual jokes, gestures, or comments, and 20.8% have never faced sexual jokes, gestures, or comments, and 37.5% are they rarely face it, and 29.2% face it at least once a week, and 4.2% face it many times a week, while 8.3% they face it every single day. So the majority don't really face it.
This was a survey for the males at Eastview. Most of the males agreed that sexual assault is a problem, while 22.6% disagreed and 25.8% just didn't care.
Okay, so for our video, we interviewed like people of all ages to see like if they think sexual assault is a problem.
You know, I don't really know exactly. I work in the school system and I work with younger kids. I don't see it all in the setting that I'm in, but I know it's out there. I know it happens in high schools, and I know it happens with the older kids, but to be honest, it doesn't turn on an age to it, but I do know it happens.
Yes, sexual assault can happen, but normally you won't see it because if you're trying to sexual assault somebody, you're not going to have it be very, like, able to see. I don't know what the word is for that, but, like, it's legal, so you're not going to kind of keep it on the down low so nobody will find out. And yes, it's a problem. I don't think it happens in very many schools. I mean, I don't see it happening in my school. I'm in 8th grade. I don't think it happens in my grade. So, I don't know.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I don't think sexual assault is a problem today. I think this because I don't really see it and I don't hear about it ever.
I think sexual assault is a problem in some situations.
Okay, like what kind of situations?
What?
What kind of situations?
Ones that have sexual assault in them. No, because there's a gray line. Because sexual assault can be if one or two of the candidates are intoxicated, and if both of them are intoxicated, I don't think it's sexual assault at all. I think sexual assault's a problem on campuses and other places where sexual assault is prone to happen. I think it does happen.
Okay.
I think reported.
Yes.
Why?
Well, I think it happens. I mean, if it happens once, it happens too many times, but I think it happens more. And I think when it does happen, there's forces in our society that kind of keep people from talking about it because there's a stigma to it. So I think a lot of the times it doesn't get reported, so it happens more than people think it does.
kids in high schools should be required to take self-defense as part of their physical education requirement. I think that's important for preventing some of this assault. I think it's important for defending themselves, and I just think it's a really important part of, should be an important part of our physical education.
I don't think you guys should take self-defense because it's just like dumb stuff like this and like that. It's not very, I mean, I just give my sister like pepper spray or something because something ever happened to her, she got out of it first. Just pepper spray them and leave quick. Or like a little taser just in case. I mean, you know, self-defense is not gonna really help anything. I mean, just pepper spray or a taser. Or maybe even like a little stick.
I don't think we should have self-defense because I don't really think it helps, and it's kind of pointless because everyone can kick and like punch, so like why take a class on that? Like, that's weird.
I think you should take self-defense in schools, but not as a class. I think it should be an extracurricular activity because sexual assault as a class, I don't think should count as any credits because honestly I think it's a joke over class.
Okay.
No, I think the second you're required to be taught self-defense in schools is kind of a society breakdown. You should be taught sexual education in schools.
I think that that's a good thing to know, to be able to protect yourself. Yeah, I don't know what I would have had. Hopefully you never need to know, you never need to apply it, but I think it would be, you know, just a good skill set to have.
Our determinant.
Okay, sorry.
Our determinants are alcohol use and how it affects sexual assault, early sexual initiation, and what younger people know about sexual assault, hypermasculinity, and prior sexual victimization.
Okay, so a solution to making victimization decrease is, like we saw in the video, taking a self-defense class. Just because that could give people, even though some people don't think it's like a necessary class, it gives people like skills. So if they ever ran into a bad situation, they'd be able to defend themselves and help, like really like close to the time that the event happened. And so basically.